Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1940 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny, a small copper coin that has become a massive prize for collectors across the globe. You might think it's just another old penny, but what if I told you that some versions of this coin have sold for as much as $83,004? That's right. This tiny 1-cent coin could hold the key to your next big payday. So let's get started and break down everything you need to know about the 1940 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny. First, let's take a step back and talk about the historical background of this coin. The year 1940 was a significant time in American history. The United States was recovering from the Great Depression, and World War II was looming over the world stage. During this period, the U.S. Mint continued producing coins using copper, before the metal was needed for the war effort. The Lincoln wheat penny was one of the most common coins in circulation, but certain variations and high-grade examples have become exceptionally valuable today. The Lincoln wheat penny itself was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features Lincoln's profile on the obverse or front side, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. The reverse side shows two stylized wheat ears, hence the name wheat penny. Between 1909 and 1958, this design was used for every 1-cent coin struck in America. But not every year and every minting location created coins of equal rarity. Now, focusing on the 1940 edition specifically, the coin without any mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. That's what the lack of a mint mark means. It was struck in Philadelphia. In 1940 alone, the Philadelphia Mint produced more than 586 million Lincoln wheat pennies. So why is one worth over $83,000 today? Let me explain. While the vast majority of 1940 no-mint mark pennies are only worth a few cents or perhaps a couple of dollars in circulated condition, certain examples stand out for their rarity, quality, and errors. One of the biggest factors that influences the value of a coin is its condition. Coins that were never used in circulation and have remained untouched, also known as mint state or uncirculated condition, are far rarer. A 1940 no-mint mark penny in MS67 red condition, which means it still has its original red luster and shows almost no signs of wear, can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. In fact, one such example sold for more than $83,000 at auction due to its pristine condition and rarity. But it's not just about condition. Some of these coins also carry rare mint errors that increase their value significantly. Errors can include things like double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and repunched mint marks. Even though Philadelphia coins don't normally have a mint mark, there can be remnants from a reused die or other anomalies. Collectors go wild for these errors, and they're willing to pay a premium for them. So let's talk about what to look for if you have a 1940 Lincoln wheat penny. First, examine the coin's color. Penny collectors categorize the coins into 3 color grades: red, red-brown, and brown. Red is the most desirable and valuable, followed by red-brown and then brown. A true red coin from 1940 that has never been cleaned or exposed to moisture or excessive air is rare and can fetch thousands alone. Next, look for any doubling, especially around the date. The words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and "United States of America." If you spot any doubled lettering or numbers, you may be looking at a double die error, which dramatically increases the coin's value. Also pay attention to the strike. Coins with strong, bold details, particularly in Lincoln's hair, beard, and coat, are considered high-quality strikes and are more desirable to collectors. Weak strikes, on the other hand, tend to be worth less. So how do you know if your 1940 penny is worth anything near the market value of $83,000? The best way is to get the coin professionally graded by a recognized service such as PCGS or NGC. These companies will examine the coin under magnification, determine its grade, and certify it. Coins that receive grades of MS66 or higher, especially with a red designation, can command huge prices at auction. Let me give you a real-world example. In 2021, A 1940 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny graded MS-67 red by PCGS sold for a jaw-dropping $83,004 at a public auction. The coin was in flawless condition, with deep red luster, perfect strike, and zero contact marks. Collectors competed aggressively for it, driving the price to that astonishing number. This sale set a new benchmark for what a 1940 penny could be worth, and it proves that even a common coin can become an extraordinary treasure if the quality is right. Now let's talk about some helpful tips. If you have old coins or inherited a collection, don't clean them. Cleaning a coin destroys its surface and significantly reduces its value. Also, store coins in a cool, dry place, preferably in a non-PVC holder or coin flip. And if you suspect a coin may be valuable, get it authenticated before trying to sell it.so. What is the current market value of the 1940 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny? In average circulated condition, it's worth between 5 cents and 50 cents. In uncirculated condition, the value ranges from $3 up to several $100s. However, in top-tier condition, specifically MS-67 red, the coin can be worth as much as $83,004, depending on the demand and rarity at the time of sale. In conclusion, the 1940 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny is a perfect example of how history, quality, and a little bit of luck can turn pocket change into life-changing money. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone just starting out, keep your eyes open for this amazing piece of American history. That old penny in your drawer might just be a rare gem waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. Turn on notifications so you never miss a video about a coin that could make you rich. Drop a comment below if you think you have a 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny or if you've ever found an old coin worth big money. Until next time, happy collecting and good luck treasure hunting. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. If you're a coin collector, history lover, or someone just curious about what that old penny lying around your house might be worth, then you're going to love today's episode. So grab your coin jars and get ready, because today we're diving deep into the history, rarity, and incredible value of the 1945 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny, currently worth an astonishing $68,389. Let's begin our journey back in time, to the year 1945. The world was emerging from the shadows of World War II. The war officially ended in September of that year, and while nations celebrated peace, the United States Mint continued to produce coins that would circulate through a changing and recovering America. One of the most widely used and distributed coins of that era was the Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny. The 1945 Lincoln penny, bearing no mint mark, was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. The absence of a mint mark is important here. It indicates that the coin was struck at the main mint facility in Philadelphia, which traditionally did not use a mint mark on cents during that period. That alone does not make it rare. What does make it special is a unique combination of condition, composition, survival rate, and striking errors that has made some examples of the 1945 no-mint mark wheat penny worth an absolute fortune today. First, let's talk about the design. On the obverse, or the front of the coin, you'll find the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, facing right. This design was created by Victor David Brenner and was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. Along the top edge, you'll see the phrase, "In God We Trust," while to the left of Lincoln is the word, "Liberty," and to the right is the date, 1945. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find two wheat ears framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America. Above that is the Latin phrase, E pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one. This wheat reverse design was also by Brenner and remained in use from 1909 until 1958, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. Now let's discuss why a coin that originally cost just 1 cent can now be valued at a jaw-dropping $68,389. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 1 billion 1945 Lincoln wheat pennies. Yes, over 1 billion. That means this coin, in general, is not rare. In fact, Most circulated examples today are worth only a few cents to maybe a couple of dollars depending on their condition. So, what sets the valuable ones apart? The true value lies in mint state condition, unusual errors, and highly graded specimens. One such 1945 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny was graded MS68 plus red by a top-tier grading company like PCGS or NGC. MS68 plus red is an almost perfect coin, flawless to the naked eye, with original bright copper luster, and absolutely no wear. These kinds of coins are nearly impossible to find today because most 1945 pennies were spent, used in wartime America, or handled roughly over the decades. So when collectors come across a pristine, uncirculated 1945 penny, especially one in the MS68 plus red category, they're willing to pay huge premiums. And that's where the $68,389 price tag comes into play. That is the record auction price paid for a gem-quality 1945 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that was perfectly preserved for nearly 80 years. Now let's talk about error coins, because they can drive up value even more. Some rare 1945 pennies have been found with double die obverse errors, meaning the front of the coin shows signs of doubling, especially in the date or lettering. Others have off-center strikes or clipped planchets. These kinds of mint errors are rare and very desirable among collectors, and they can easily add thousands of dollars in value, depending on how dramatic the error is and how well preserved the coin is. Another major factor in determining a coin's value is the color designation. Lincoln cents are graded as brown, BN, red-brown, RB, or full red RD. A full red coin means it still retains about 95% or more of its original red copper color, which is extremely rare in older pennies. Full red examples in high grades are what often fetch the highest prices at auction. Now you might be wondering, do you have a valuable 1945 penny? Here's how you can check. Step 1. Look at the date. It must say 1945 and have no mint mark below the date. Step 2. Examine the coin's condition. If it looks shiny, red, uncirculated, or nearly flawless, you may have something special. Step 3. Look for unusual features. Doubling, misstrikes, and off-center prints could mean your coin has a rare mint error. Step 4. Weigh the coin. It should weigh about 3.11 grams. If it's significantly off, it could be an error planchet. Step 5. Consider sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. If it comes back as MS67 or MS68 red, then congratulations, you might have a 5-figure coin sitting in your hands. Let's not forget the emotional and historical value of a coin like this. Holding a 1945 penny is like holding a piece of American history. It passed through the hands of people recovering from a world war. It may have helped buy candy or newspapers in the 1940s, and today, it can be a priceless reminder of our country's past and a symbol of luck and fortune. To recap, the 1945 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny might look ordinary, but under the right conditions, it can be worth an extraordinary amount of money. In pristine condition, with full red luster, and possibly a rare mint error, this penny has sold for up to $68,389 at auction. That's nearly 7 million times its original value, so the next time you find an old penny lying around, don't ignore it. Flip it over, examine it, and do a little digging. You never know, you might be holding a hidden treasure. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins hiding in plain sight, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below if you think you might have a valuable coin, and we might feature it in our next video. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and remember, every penny counts. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. In today's video, we're diving deep into the world of rare US coins, and we have something truly special lined up for you. We're talking about the 1952 Lincoln wheat penny, specifically, the version with no mint mark, and how this humble 1-cent coin has shocked the collecting world by selling for up to $54,010 in the current market. So, whether you're a seasoned collector, a history buff, or just someone who checks their pocket change in hopes of hitting the jackpot, Stay tuned because what we're about to uncover might just change the way you look at pennies forever. History and origin: the 1952 Lincoln Wheat penny belongs to a long line of iconic American coins. This penny was struck during the post-World War II era, a time when the U.S. economy was booming and coin production was running at full speed. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday and was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. Now, the 1952 penny continued the classic wheat reverse design, two stylized wheat stalks wrapping around the words, 1 cent, and United States of America. The obverse, of course, features the right-facing bust of President Lincoln, along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1952. The version without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint mark at that time. Over 186 million of these coins were produced at the Philadelphia Mint in 1952, and while that might sound like a high number, only a fraction of those remain in pristine, valuable condition today. Rarity and what makes it special. So you might be wondering, how could such a common coin ever be worth thousands of dollars? The answer lies in a few critical factors: condition, errors, and collector demand. First, let's talk about condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor P1 to mint state, MS-70. A 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in heavily circulated condition might only be worth a few cents to $1. But if you come across one in mint state red condition, especially MS-66, MS-67, or higher, the value jumps dramatically. And that's not all. There are also some fascinating error coins from this year. Look out for double die averse DDO examples, where the lettering or date looks like it's doubled, or coins with off-center strikes, die cracks, or struck-through errors. These flaws can turn a regular coin into a rare collectible worth thousands. The coin that sold for $54,010 was not just in exceptional condition, but it also had unique characteristics that made it stand out. Possibly a nearly flawless strike, amazing luster, and zero visible handling marks under magnification. Only a few examples in the entire world reach that level of perfection, and collectors will pay big money to own one. How to identify a valuable 1952 penny? So how do you know if your 1952 no-mint mark penny is worth serious money? Here are some tips. Check for the mint mark. Make sure it's from Philadelphia by confirming there's no mint mark below the date. Examine the color. Uncirculated pennies often have a red or red-brown hue. Full red coins are the most valuable. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to search for doubling in the date or lettering, or other unusual features like die cracks or lamination errors. Get it graded. If you think your coin is in high grade, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified MS-66 Plus grade could mean your coin is worth thousands. Compare recent auction sales. Online auction houses and coin marketplaces will give you an idea of current market demand and prices. Current market value breakdown. Now let's break down the current market value of the 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, circulated. G4 to VF20. These typically sell for between 5 cents to $1. Extra fine. XF40. You might see values from $2 to $5. About uncirculated. 50 to 58 Australian dollars. These can go for $8 to $15. Depending on luster. Mint state red brown, MS60, MS63. Now you're looking at $25 to $50. Mint state red, MS64, MS65. Prices range from $100 to $300. MS66RD and above. This is where the big money kicks in. Coins graded MS66RD have sold for over $1,000. An MS67RD or higher can sell for $10,000 to $20,000, depending on eye appeal and rarity. Top tier sale. One pristine 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny, graded MS67 Plus RD, sold at auction for an incredible $54,010, making it one of the highest sales ever recorded for this coin. Think finding one is impossible? Think again. These coins still show up in old collections, estate sales, antique shops, and even in rolls of pennies from the bank. While it's rare, it's not impossible, and that's what makes this hobby so exciting. You could literally find a life-changing coin hiding in plain sight. So there you have it. The full story behind the 1952 no-mint Mark Lincoln wheat penny, a coin that started its life as pocket change and ended up being worth over $54,000. It's a reminder that the smallest coins can hold the biggest surprises, and that history, art, and value come together in fascinating ways in the world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another rare coin alert. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 1952 wheat penny, or if you're going to start hunting now. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting! Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. In today's exciting episode, we're diving deep into one of the final legends of the wheat penny era, the 1958 mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny coin, a piece of copper history that is not only beautiful and iconic but could also be hiding in your pocket change, and possibly worth as much as $66.299. That's right. 1 penny. Just one old cent from 1958 could change your financial future if it's the right one. So let's explore the history, value, and what makes this specific penny so incredibly valuable in today's market. You won't want to miss this. Let's rewind the clock back to 1958, a pivotal year in American coinage. This was the final year the U.S. Mint produced the beloved wheat reverse design, which had been in circulation since 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the wheat penny featured Lincoln's bust on the front, and 2 classic wheat stalks on the reverse side representing prosperity and American agriculture. Now, the 1958 penny was struck at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the small D mint mark located just below the date on the obverse side. This year alone, the Denver Mint produced a staggering 800 million plus wheat pennies, making it one of the most common issues in the wheat penny series. But don't let that massive number fool you. Even among 800 million coins, rare and high-grade survivors are few and far between. The 1958 penny is a perfect example of how condition, errors, rarity, and demand can turn a simple copper coin into a collector's dream worth tens of thousands of dollars. Let's talk value. What makes the 1958 penny so special? First, we need to understand that most circulated 1958 pennies are worth between 3 to 25 cents. That's right. Less than $1 in average condition. But here's the catch. If you have a 1958 penny in mint state condition, especially in grades MS67 or higher with full red luster, now we're talking serious money. A certified 1958 wheat penny graded MS67 plus read by PCGS, the professional coin grading service, sold for an astonishing $66,299 at auction. This record-breaking sale shook the coin-collecting world and reignited interest in wheat pennies across the nation. That's because coins in this superb condition are exceedingly rare. What gives it that insane value? It all boils down to the color, strike quality, and surface preservation. In numismatic terms, color designations matter. The 1958 penny comes in 3 main color grades: brown, BN, red-brown, RB, and red RD. Red is the most desirable and valuable, indicating the coin has retained nearly all its original copper brilliance from the day it was minted. The ultra-high grade of MS67 Plus red is nearly flawless, perfect strike, brilliant original color, and no visible contact marks under magnification. There might only be a few examples in the world that meet this standard. These are museum-quality coins and the kind that serious collectors and investors battle over in high-stakes auctions. Now, let's not forget the error coins. While 1958 is not known for many wild errors, there have been a few examples of off-center strikes, dyed breaks, doubled dies, and struck-through grease errors that collectors look for. These errors, especially on coins in uncirculated condition, can multiply a penny's value many times over. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1958 wheat penny? First, check the condition. If it looks shiny, bright, and uncirculated, place it in a protective coin holder immediately to preserve it. Then look for any unusual features like doubling, die cracks, or off-center strikes. If it looks promising, it's time to get your coin professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. A certified coin with a high grade is the key to commanding top dollar at auctions. Now you might be wondering, what are the odds of finding one of these in circulation? While slim, it's not impossible. Some rare finds have turned up in pocket change, old jars, estate sales, flea markets, and even forgotten coin collections in attics. That's why every penny is worth checking, especially those from the 1950s. And here's a tip. If you're serious about coin hunting, grab yourself a magnifying glass, a good lighting setup, and coin reference guides. Join collector forums, watch auction listings, and follow market trends. The more you know, the better your chances of spotting a diamond in the rough. To wrap it all up, the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny marks the end of an era, the final farewell to the wheat reverse before transitioning to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. While millions were made, only a tiny fraction have survived in perfect, untouched condition. And among them, the few that have graded MS 67 plus red are worth an incredible $66,299 or more. So next time you come across an old penny, take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of American history, and a life-changing fortune, in the palm of your hand. Thanks for watching, fellow collectors. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins hiding in plain sight, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a treasure hunting update. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or want to share your collection story. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and who knows, the next coin that changes your life could be just one penny away.